Never found there it is. I've never found a love like this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. Gent 1, West Ham United 1. I'm not happy, mate. I'm not. Right, I really am not. And I want people's opinions tonight. I'm a bit fuming with that performance. I think them players have took the piss. I think the manager is an absolute prat. I will say that. I do not understand what he's seeing. I don't understand what, we're getting done over and over again. He just sits back and does nothing. What is going on at West Ham United? Before I get started, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. It goes a long way. It really helps us out. Lucas is in the building. Get Lucas in. I don't know what to say, Lucas, if I'm honest. For the first time ever, I'm lost for words. I do not get, for the life of me, why we're played so shit. Explain.
I'll be honest. As soon as I cut the watch along off, and again, thank you for everyone that came and watched with me and all that. I'm actually more pissed off now, just thinking about the match back. And I went on Twitter, I've seen some tweets, and people were saying that Gent were they were really good tonight, and I didn't think they were great at all. We let them.
They was good because we was shit.
Us.
Yeah,
huh?
They was good. They was good because we was shit.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And because of the tactics we played, and we just let them suffocate us for 80% of the match, 70%. We didn't make them work at all. Yeah. We just let them loathe in our final third and pass the ball around, and it was absolutely shit. And for me, you know me, I've never been compared to some people on Twitter, wherever it may have you. I'm not incredibly Moyes out. I'm still I've always been Moyes in because there's no other better options. If there was a better option, I want the better manager. I've always been that way. And I've said for time now that I think players have gotten away with it this season. They've been really shit. But tonight was strictly, and I don't think it could have been more obvious tonight how bad the tactics were. They were absolutely fucking shit.
Can I ask you a question, right? And I want to ask everyone in the chat, please do smash a like on the video, right? That goes a long way. We're setting up 5 at the back. Yeah? Why? We're playing away from home. We've got a better team than them. Where is Maxwell Cornet? Where is Lucas Paqueta?
I get it.
Where are these players?
I get it for the first 20 minutes. The first 20 minutes, I understand. But then, and I was saying it during the watch along, it only took me about 20, 25 minutes to realize, okay, they're going to be doing this the whole entire match. And they did. They did the same thing all match. They hoofed it forward. They tried playing long passes on the floor, through the air. They've done it all match. And I don't understand why we just played the same way we did for actually the whole match. We could have easily, even if you wanted to make a change, let's say it's 60 minutes, we could have easily changed formation to the way that we want to play. And I genuinely think we could have saw the match out in 1-2-1, maybe 3-1.
Joe, what?
But those tactics were so bad. And the team that we put out today, the lineup wasn't bad, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's the tactics. And
it was bad, mate.
The tactics did not suit the lineup today at all.
That lineup
if we played,
was terrible.
If we played our starting 11 that we played at Fulham today, we probably win 2-0, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because the lineup that we saw against Fulham, I mean, obviously the game was shit. We won. We weren't great. But those players that started on Sunday would have fit the tactics today.
Yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you, right? I'm not happy with the team lineup. I looked at it earlier on. Me and Alfie are doing a preview, and so someone puts it in the chat, and I thought they're trolling me. That's how bad I thought it was, right? I literally seen something in the chat, and there's some people are going to me, "That's the team, James." And I'm going, "I don't believe you, mate. I think you're winding me up." They go, no, honestly, that's the team. And I'm like, I wasn't happy with it, but I've got to accept it because that's what we've got to do. We've got to accept it, yeah? But tonight, I'm going to be honest, yeah? What the fuck is Moyes saying? Like, what is he saying, right? That we're, like, what is his philosophy? If someone can tell me in the chat tonight.
I'm sick of the substitutions after we concede. It's absolute
Yeah.
bollocks. I'm sick of it.
And he's bringing Benny on, right? And Benny wasn't great tonight, don't get me wrong. But, like, it's always when we go a goal down. Right? West Ham, listen, right? Let's talk about the first half, yeah? That first half was shit from us, right? We have a goal that goes in that, let's be honest, that's against us. We're all calling for handball, yeah? We're all calling for handball with Aguerd, yeah? Ings' goal's a good goal, but it's like, it was powder puff, right? When you look at the goalkeeper tonight, have we really made the goalkeeper work?
No.
And save after save after save? We haven't.
We had 2 shots on goal.
Yeah. That's terrible, right? We've had 2 good chances tonight, right? Ings' chance that he put away and Jared Bowen's chance.
No,
that's the 2 chances tonight.
Antonio had a great chance. I don't know why he took the shot first time. He could have taken another touch and
I think the Bowen one. I think the Bowen one in the second half. Right, if that's Jared Bowen last season, that's in the back of the net. Simple as that. Going through 1-on-1, I think he thinks it over the goalkeeper. That's in the back of the net, and we win the game. But I just think, like, I don't know what he's trying to do, Moyes. Like, I would like someone to tell me what he's trying to achieve. Like, going over there and grinding out a draw. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit lost tonight. I really am. I thought somebody played with shit.
It's weird. I don't think he was trying to get a draw, but it's hard to say he wasn't because, again, like I said, I understand what he wanted to do in the first half or the first 30 minutes. He wants to feel them out, I guess. But, like, I mean, after 15, 20 minutes, we knew what they were going to do all match. And that. I
just want to say this. Big up, Lee. Thank you very much, Lee. Evening to you, mate. I hope you were enjoying it as much as we was, because I thought it was fucking horrendous, mate, if I speak the truth. But big up to Lee, mate. Go on, man.
But, like, I understand what he was trying to do. But, again, just like his substitutions, it took him far too long to adjust. And, again, people can say what they want about the lineup. I think, from what I saw from Gent today, I think the lineup was just about good enough to win. I'm not saying 2-0, 3-1, but it was good enough to win. But the tactics were absolutely shit, and they didn't suit the lineup that he put out. If we put out the lineup we had at Fulham and played the same tactics today, I think we easily win 2-0. Easily.
Yeah, but I don't know, right? I don't know on that one, because that's hindsight, and that's a great thing. For me, there is no fucking pace in this team. None. Right? You're looking at Jared Bowen to carry this team.
People scoff at the idea of playing Cornet at striker. I don't understand why. I would rather see him at striker than Danny Ings all day long.
I want to see Cornet on the pitch. Like, all I keep seeing him, he get chased by a fucking dog. Like, I want to see the man. If the man can get chased by a dog, the man can fucking get on the pitch and play for West Ham United Football Club. I can't have it any other way. Obviously, their goal. Don't get me started about Ben Johnson, mate. That geezer, right, is the most overhyped, overrated player at West Ham United Football Club.
I don't think he is rated at all.
He is fucking blagging a living, that geezer, mate. And this is a man who wants X amount of pounds to sign a new deal. I would fucking drop him anywhere in the world if he wanted it. Do you know what I mean? In Scandinavia, they're looking for a fucking right back. Get Ben Johnson over there. Do you know what I'm saying? I think he's a liability. Shit, right? Biggest waste of time going. And he's got the audacity, that man. Right? I know I'm going a little bit of a rant here, but fuck it. Yeah? He's got the audacity to go on podcasts, dig out the fans and fan channels and say, we're negative. Well, that was a negative performance, Ben. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what sort of performance you class that, but we class that as fucking shit. I can't remember a play that happened in the second half, but I think Paqueta got the ball, done a great bit of work, gives it to Ben Johnson, and he fucking just hoofs it straight to the goalkeeper. I looked at it, and I'm not being funny. Me fucking beer nearly went through the fucking screen, mate, when I see that. That was just fucking embarrassing. Talk to me about the team tonight as a whole, like players, certain individual players. I thought Ogbonna was brilliant tonight. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was decent. I would say he was one of our better players tonight. Don't forget, he got
megged badly. for the goal.
Mate, he got clattered. He got clattered in the first one, right? He got booked in the second one. Fucking.
I would say tonight, I said this during the watch along, besides one or two people that I thought were just not good today, I thought everyone else was like bang average. Like, in my opinion, I think, and I mean, this may sound controversial. I don't think any, like, especially with the player ratings today, there's going to be no man of the match, but I will give like my best player. But like, I think Flynn Downs had the most complete game today, in my opinion.
And I said it. And what did I say the other day? I spoke to one of his relatives. The boy is fucking ready. He is ready to rock and roll, this kid.
He still wasn't. But that's me being like kind. Like he still wasn't like that great. But in my opinion, he done the most on the pitch in all areas.
I got Lucas. Yeah, I love you. You're my American cousin, right? But one thing I'm going to say with Flynn Downs, you put better players around him, you're going to see a better player. When you are working with shit, you're gonna be shit. I don't think he was shit tonight.
I rate Flynn Downs, and again, I didn't think he was bad. I didn't think he was great, but I thought he done the most out of anyone on the pitch as an all around game. Like, he defended well, should never have been yellow carded. Defended well,
100%.
His passing was basic. He kept the ball well, and when he did lose the ball that one time, he made a brilliant tackle on the counter. But then again, like, he wasn't all that, but he done the most, I think. Like, Rice kept it basic today. I wouldn't say, mate, I don't know. I really thought we had a lot of passengers today, but not in the sense that it's really their fault. Like Lanzini and Emerson, for example, we did not want to go down the left-hand side at all. And I don't blame him, because Danny Ings is on that left side. How is he going to get on the end of a pass?
It's crap, mate. I've got to get to this comment from Steve Bell. Super chat incoming. For the first time in my life, I'm lost for words watching that. Big up to Lucas for the watch along. Thank you very much, Steve. Really do appreciate it, as always, mate. I just want to go back to what I just said about Bonner, yeah? Bonner gets booked early. He gets clattered, and I thought he'd done all right tonight. I really did.
Oh, mate, those fouls were absolute shit. That official was allowing Gent players to just soar through the sky and run into our players. Our players don't even jump. They don't even move, but he keeps calling a foul on us. It makes no sense. That ref, absolutely corrupt. 1,000%.
Right. Obviously, let's come towards the back end of the game. He goes and sends the man off, gives a free kick. And then he changes his mind, doesn't send him off. He's looking for the player. He doesn't give a free kick, gives a drop ball. Or like, it was just in one way.
He didn't even do the procedure right. Like, and that's what I was confused about. He didn't even do the red card, yellow card procedure right. He just walked up to the guy who he thought he gave the red card to. He just goes like this. So I'm left in confusion, because what you're supposed to do is take the red card out, wave it off, and then he didn't even give him a yellow either, which is the crazy part. Because that was a foul, 1,000%. He was crap, honestly.
Obviously, let's talk a bit about Moyes, because for me, this man is the biggest blagger I've ever seen in my life. If West Ham Online comes on the player ratings tonight, and the player ratings will be tonight at 10:30, it's going to be a late night one, because we're waiting for Alfie, because he's going to a massage parlour tonight. I want to strangle that geezer, mate. I really do. I just want to expose him for the criminal that he is. If Alfie comes on the player ratings tonight and he defends Moyes, I swear to God, mate, I will throttle that fucking little bastard, honestly.
Like I said, you know me, where I've been with Moyes. I've been barely by the skin of the teeth Moyes in, because there's no better options. But I haven't been as Moyes out as others we've seen. But and I mean this, because whether you're Moyes in, Moyes out, I love you all. But there's no defending Moyes tonight, in my opinion. And I'm always middle of the fence. You know that.
Yeah.
There literally is no defending the tactics, the lineup he put out to perform those tactics, to execute them. There's no defending. It was so shit.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. Listen, I agree, mate. I really, really do. If anyone wants to come on, Lucas will put the link in the chat, and by all means, come on. Have your say. I'm happy to have people on tonight. For me personally, I think he's getting away with this massively, Moyes. I've never seen a blag game all my life. Blag games. I think he blagged the game on Saturday. He blagged the game tonight, and he's blagging the game fucking when he plays them again. If West Ham don't get the right result, Lucas, next week, right? I'm going to say this, yeah. Moyes definitely needs to be thrown out this fucking door. He has to be thrown out the door, mate. It's as simple as that. Like, there is no excuses tonight, yeah, for going over there and setting up with how many defensive players was there tonight? 7, 8?
Or sorry, we had what do we have? We had Downs.
You had Downs, you had Rice, you had
Emerson,
Kafal. You had the whole back 5 and plus 2 others, so you got 7, 8 players, isn't it? So it's just dreadful, mate. It's just like what we're seeing, and this is what I said the other week. Yeah, I said this 6 days ago. Right, my words were, we deserve better as fans. We do deserve better as fucking fans. I'm sorry, but them fans who have gone over there tonight, yeah, I hope they've enjoyed themselves because the football was fucking absolutely atrocious. Like, it's just so bad. Just so bad. That's his comment here. Where is he, Lucas? Where the hell is Maxwell Cornet?
Honestly, I saw that comment. I was pulling up Twitter on my computer right now, and I was going to hashtag free Cornet.
Yeah. Like, where is he? Like you see him getting like trolled by a fucking dog, but we don't see him on the pitch for West Ham. You know what I mean? It's just I'm literally stunned tonight, really, how bad we were. And Joe, what the irony is, yeah. Before I left, I was listening to Carlton Cole. Carlton Cole's in the studio for BT Sport, and he's saying this is dreadful and this is bad and I'm quite angry tonight. Well, Carlton, I'm not being rude, nothing, bruv, but we've been saying this as fans for a long time in Moyes, but you keep fucking defending it. So why you keep defending it?
But he has to.
He has to because he's getting a living from West Ham, but shouldn't be on, mate. It really shouldn't.
Well, if anyone cares, Moyes has come out and said, end quote, I didn't think the performance was good.
The irony of that. Let's get Stevie. Stevie, talk to me about tonight, mate. What you saying?
All right, Jimbo. All right, Lucas, mate.
Hope you're well.
What can you? I won't say the C word, James. Yet. What can you say about that Scotch prick? You know what I mean? How does Cornet not get minutes on that fucking pitch tonight?
It's so
question,
bad.
Mate. I've got no words, mate. Listen, I just don't know what I can say to you, mate. Really, I've got no idea.
Oh, Lucas, by the way, I was watching the game, watching your watch along. The way you went at the end about that ref. That ref, what happened, mate? What the fuck happened?
Mate, like, that was just it was unbelievable, especially watching it on the telly. And let me tell you what, the cameraman, not a good job today, but like, I was just left in absolute confusion and hysteria. Like, the only people that knew what were going on had to have been the people at the match, but even they probably didn't know what the hell was going on.
Steve, talk to me about the game then. Obviously, you've watched it. Analyze it for me. Tell me what you think tonight in regards of like.
It's the same bollocks, James. Every game. You know, yeah. I'm an old fucker. Right? I've been going West Ham for 2 years like myself. I ain't been for 2 years. I can't stand the ground. Right, I won't be going back. Right, it's the most dullest and boringest football I've seen all fucking season, mate.
I agree. Yeah, it's
the same shit week after week. And how people can be Moyes in now, I just don't get it. Where's that?
To me,
where's that Alfie? Where's that Alfie?
Well, he will be on later.
You'll see him.
Yeah, you will see him. Trust me, I'm going to throttle that little bastard later. Trust me, don't know about that. Steve, who was the worst player for West Ham today, mate?
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I agree.
Ben Johnson, I think.
I've got no words for that, man. I really ain't. Who was West Ham's best player today, Steve, for you?
I think Dan's had a solid game.
Yeah.
Other than that, I couldn't pick anyone to be honest. Piqueta was good when he came on at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, that ball he played to Antonio on his weak foot was absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, I'd see that. That was class.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
It makes you scared about watching it on fucking Sunday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got an Arsenal fan waiting, so he's going to be on in a minute. Right, Steve. Before I let you go, what are you thinking next week against Gent? Like, do you think?
I still think we get it done in the home time. If we get knocked out next week, we've got to kick him out. He's got to go straight away, hasn't he? Well, that's too late now, probably.
For me, if we get knocked out by this team next week, then I'm sorry, but he has to be thrown out the fucking door. There's no excuses.
Anyway,
man.
Thanks for letting me pop in, James. See you later, Lucas.
No worries, mate. You take it easy, Stevie. Yeah. Luca, Arsenal fan is here. What do you want to say, Luca? Talk to me.
Well, for me, I think it's disappointing for you guys because I think when we did our preview this afternoon, I did say it's got a draw all over it. And now you guys are going to have to put a weak side out against us now on Sunday, maybe, and we just have to like.
I don't think he is, mate. I don't think he is doing that on Sunday. I think he's going strong Sunday.
He played a way weaker side than what I thought we were going to play. I genuinely thought we were going to go a bit strong because Sunday, obviously, from our point of view, is a bit of a free hit. We're going to pray for a draw. But after tonight, fucking hell. It's just fucking terrible.
Did you watch the game tonight, Luca?
I watched the highlights. I didn't watch the whole game, but I'm not going to lie.
Thank goodness.
That Ben Johnson is League One level. I'm sorry, but he's not good enough in my opinion. Like I think, how can you have players like Ben Johnson in your team where Scamacca for me should have started. So therefore, I'm looking at it right now, thinking, what is his tactics? I don't get it anymore. Seriously, I think the guy is pretty much finished as a manager, to be honest. I think he might not be doing a bad job for international football, maybe, but other than that, I think he's not good enough in the Premier League anymore.
If Scamacca was fit, he most definitely plays tonight. Trust me, we're all missing him because Danny Ings is not doing the job at all.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. Before I let you go, Luca, because I'm going to get other people on. Wait, do you reckon West Ham will get done against this lot?
I think you guys will qualify. I think you guys will have enough stuff to do. If you can get Scamacca next week, make sure you do, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, I'll catch up with you soon, Luca. Take it easy, man.
Cheers, Luca.
That was Luca, Arsenal fan. His preview's coming out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, Saturday. I done a preview of him the other day. Yeah, we've got them fucking the weekend, and I'm fearing the fucking worst. Let's put it like that. Right, next up, let's see Christian. I ain't spoke to Christian for time, man. Let's see what he's got to say. Christian, how you doing, mate?
Evening, gents. How you doing?
Good. Hope you're well, mate.
Christian, be honest with me, yeah? What the fuck is going on? Like, when you look at West Ham, what is the philosophy? Like, I want someone to tell me tonight what the philosophy of West Ham is. I need to hear it. Like, I don't know what style of play we're playing. I don't know. But is it, like, what are we? I just don't know. Help me, please.
I just don't think we're good enough. I just don't think the players we've got are good enough. I don't think they're as good as we was. Well, I thought we were. I think we were been overachieving the last couple of years. I think Moyes definitely overachieving. And now it's all coming out about this is probably what we all should have expected from year one when he came back. I don't think the players are good enough. Rice stands out week in, week out because he's the only player who, well, obviously world class. We don't ever really get many world class players, but he is leaps and bounds of anyone else. And I just think this is probably we're not very good, and we shouldn't be in this position, but we're not miles away from where we probably realistically are on paper. I think we have a handful of good players. We don't have the fight. I'm talking domestic league now. I fear for it's a huge result on the weekend, but I feared massively for the character of our team and our players. I feel like bar potentially Rice and Kufau, there wasn't many that ever seemed up for it. Emerson, as good as he is, always sort of played in
Agree.
in second gear. And I just think it's not a case of why are we so shit. I think we are just shit, and on paper we're just not as good as what everyone expects we should be.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's an hard one though for me, really, if I'm being truthfully honest. Because when I do look at the bench, and I look at Paqueta, we've got a £50 million player sitting on the bench, right? That everyone keeps to rave about a lot. Why is he not playing in this game? Like, this is a game, but let's be honest. At half time, we could have looked at this game and thought, right, get out second half. We could put this game to bed. Like, we could get another one and literally seal the deal tonight.
Protecting a 1-0 lead away against.
It was just. That's a crime.
Tonight was wrong. In my opinion, tonight was wrong from start to finish.
Yeah.
When I saw that lineup, I didn't know what. We're away in Europe, but we're not away to, a top.
Exactly.
Top
that's what I've been saying. Like, I feel like people.
That's an 11 that I would expect to see. Not even the 11, but that setup. Barring sort of Lanzini for Benrahma, maybe that's the sort of setup I would expect to see away at City or away at one of the big dogs, not away at a team that.
I would say
we were way too cautious tonight. Like, we showed way too much respect. Way too much.
That was treated like a cup team, basically, tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm looking at, don't get me wrong, Flynn has to play for me, right? Somersuda ain't good enough, yeah? Going with a back five just makes no sense for me. It was like we was trying to nullify them, but jeopardise ourselves.
It didn't make sense for 90 minutes. The first 20 minutes, fine. But he should have realized that we didn't have to play that way for a whole 90 minutes.
No,
it's embarrassing, mate. It's embarrassing. Christian
Ben Johnson is a bad right back and an even worse right centre back at a back three. His awareness is shocking. I don't know why you don't play. I know Kera's not much better, but you play someone. If you're going to set up like that, play someone who's we've got people who play that natural position,
and he can play.
If we don't have the players to match the system.
He can play those first touch passes as well that fall to him, even though his awareness isn't like the best. When he sees the player in front of him and he has time and he knows I'm gonna hit this first time ball for a pass.
Do you know what?
He's gonna connect. Ben Johnson, he's just not good enough.
It's like what CM just said. We are Gent level, like it or not. Like he's bang on. Like, let's be honest, we're fucking terrible, mate. Like, no disrespect, but we are so bad, it's frightening. Do you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised if we beat them 4-0 at home next week, putting out an attacking side, a starting 11. I don't know what would happen, obviously, because we've got Arsenal on Sunday. I imagine because we've rested Paqueta and other players, probably Suchet will come back in. But because we rested some players tonight, we will go full strength against Arsenal, and as we should. But I wouldn't be surprised if next Thursday they go flat back four with Antonio up front, Benrahma, Bowen, Paqueta, Downs, Rice, and have our strong team out. And
do you think, though, Christian, that's a bit of a worry, though, considering we've got Bournemouth on the Sunday, and that's, like, for me, I thought tonight was there for the taking for West Ham. West Ham go there tonight, impose themselves, right, get a positive result. If West Ham win that game 2-0, we're all over the moon, right? I can say, right, can I see this team scoring 3 against West Ham at the LS? No. Right, I can score 1, but scoring 3 to try and beat us and us not scoring is a very much long shot, right? Now, this is like the tables are completely turned. Right, we're going to have to go full strength on Thursday against the side to make sure we get through, and then we're going to have to go full strength on the Sunday against Bournemouth. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's just
it was a chance tonight to put it to bed, and now one game going full strength. One game is now mean we've almost got to go full strength in the next 4 because you got in the next 3 definitely tonight. Obviously, then Arsenal Sunday. The first leg next Thursday, and then Bournemouth. When if you'd gone full strength and you'd gone 3-4-0 up, or 3-0 up, hopefully come away unscathed, no injuries. You go full strength on Sunday. Next Thursday, take it easy, and then let the Bournemouth game going again full strength with all fully match fit. But we shot ourselves in the foot with that one.
A few questions for you. First one: who's the worst player for you tonight, West Ham?
Ben Johnson. He just there was a moment in the first 10 or 15 minutes where a ball was coming over to him and Ogbonna, and Ogbonna just assumed, because you should be able to at this level assume
that was bad. That was so bad.
Will clean up, and Johnson held his hands up and just let it run past him, and then we had to spill it out for a throw in or a corner. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And that was the first 10 minutes, and that was just that awareness, and that's when I started noticing that. Is it that Gift Orban? He looks tidy, but there was a few of their players. The I don't know, he's like the Korean fella. He looked quite
Hong.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, maybe these are a little bit more, a little better than I thought they were. But that was first 10 minutes. If you're shaky the first 10, it doesn't lead well for the final 80. But I think he was a mess, to be honest, from start to finish.
Yeah, he done. In the second half, I was like watching him. I was like, he's been terrible. Yeah. Then as I'm watching it, I think Paqueta does a lovely bit of work. Right, he's got players around him. He passes the ball out to Ben Johnson. All Ben Johnson's got to do is play a ball through the middle or down the side for someone to run onto. He plays this hoof ball straight into the goalkeeper's hands, and I literally, I was so fucking angry. It's unreal.
I thought he had two pretty solid defensive moments today, but like, his technical ability is so bad. Like,
he's overhyped.
It makes I don't think he's overhyped. I don't think he's ever been rated.
Yeah, I think he's overhyped, mate. When I say that, I think some of the fan base overhype him because he's an academy player. If that man was signed,
he broke through in that. He broke through in our side where everyone week in week out was giving a minimum 8 out of 10, and I think that was just kind of one of those sort of, like the 15-16 season at the Bowling, was one of those freak seasons where everything was just clicking. Everyone gave an 8 out of 10 minimum, and he come in and everyone thought, blimey, he's tired. He's I don't know how old he is now, but he was probably teenage then, late teens, and you think, Christ, he's our future fullback, and then it comes back to reality that we're not as good as we thought, and he especially isn't at this level.
That's a banging comment from Brian. Boy seems to think every team we play is prime Real Madrid. Fucking hell, mate. He's true. It's bang on. That's the worst player. Who's the best player for you tonight, Christian?
I thought Soufal was class.
Yeah, I thought he was right tonight. Yeah.
I thought he was good on the weekend as well. I think he's our number one right back for sure going forward. And I think, as I said, going back to domestic, he shows the fight and the spirit you need when you're in a pickle like we are in the league. I thought he was no one was great tonight, but I thought he was solid. Rice, as always, had a good game. Bowen tried hard, but it's really hard to take to pinpoint a man of the match for me. Who did you think?
I said Flynn Downs.
I thought Flynn played well. I know people are saying about Bonner was poor, but when you've got to deal with Ben Johnson in your defence, you're going to be fucking a bit shaky. But I thought
Ben Johnson, and he's about 38. Like, come on.
Yeah, Bonner. He got smashed. He got smashed in the first half. He got booked. Amount of times, if people go back and watch some of the clearances he done and the positional play of Bonner tonight, I thought he was decent. And I'm going to be honest, there's not a lot else. Bowen was okay. Like he done all right.
I think Bowen and Soufal were very active today. Very active.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
That whole right hand side. That's all we went down today.
It's just I thought Lanzini. Like, people have been crying out for Lanzini for a long time, and I looked at him tonight. He's not the same man. People, he ain't. Like, we
needed him. We needed him to get on the ball way more tonight. Yeah. He didn't. He really didn't look like he. Again, I don't want to say he was a passenger because we really didn't go down the left-hand flank at all. But when you're in a match like that and you get your chance, because I'm sure he wants to play more as well, he has to demand the ball. He's got to demand it.
Out of our squad, I think Lanzini's he's the most intelligent footballer we've got. I think his brain is great. He comes short.
Agreed.
And I think if this was 5-6 years ago, I know he had a few injuries, which I do.
But has he got the engine though, Christian?
No, that's the problem. That's the problem. I think if you put his brain in Ben Rama, someone who's active and agile and got a bit of pace, it'd be frightening. But I can see what he wants to do. He comes to the ball and he's always on the half turn. And I don't get excited like I used to 4 or 5 years ago when he used to do that. And he used to come in, find the ball on the half turn and set someone off. He can't do that, but he's our most intelligent footballer by a long shot.
Yeah, I hear, mate. Finally, Christian, before I let you go, mate. Yeah, and thanks a lot for coming on. David Moyes, speak to me about this fucking manager, mate, because tonight's done me a little bit. yeah, I'm pissed off. I might look at it tomorrow a bit different. I might think, you know what, we've got a draw. We're not down in this game, and we could turn up next Thursday and do a job on this team. Yeah, but he is seriously fucking blagging these games. And when I say that, I mean like literally what I'm saying. Like every game, he seems just to get away with it. Just like it's like he's walking a tightrope, and eventually that tightrope's got to snap eventually. And I just hope he don't get his. I just hope he don't get done next week. Let's put it like that. What are you saying for Moyes, man?
He's winding me up more every week with some of his comments. I'd love nothing more than for us to stay up, win the Conference League, and then he happily parts. And you look back in a whole over the last 4 or 5 years, and he's done a brilliant job for the club as a whole. You know, this season's been horrendous. But I'd love nothing more than him to part with us in the league and win the trophy, and it to end in a fairy tale. And then we go again. We got Europa, which will attract players. There's a short list of young candidates I've seen on this show. You're discussing Carrick and Will Steele. I personally think Will Steele is the man for us. I agree. But at the moment, there's no. I want him to go, but in hindsight, there's 8-9 games left. There's no one out there. We are picking up scrappy points, which is what you need in this dogfight. I think we'll be fine, but he's not the man to take us forward. And I think at the end of the season, we part ways and we say, thanks to the last 4 or 5 years, some magic moments, some of the best moments I've seen as a West Ham fan. But right now, he's got nothing else to give, I don't think. Yeah,
listen, you couldn't have put it any better, mate. You really couldn't.
Yeah, that was brilliantly put. That's pretty much what I've been saying, and you just made it sound a lot better. So thank you.
I feel with him now that there is no fucking return now. Like I just feel that, for me personally, he's pissing the fans off. He's pissing us off now tonight, because when I do look at it and I think, well, what are you really doing? Like, what is this setup? But listen, the way you've just put that is bang on, mate. What are you doing?
But he's risking that. He's risking that fairy tale ending. You know, if we do stay up and we do win the conference,
so is the board. So is Dave.
They all are. You know, the comments he's making. I saw some tweets yesterday, and I get, you know, being called out and being called all the names under the sun. He's a human being in the day, and he's got. He's going to sound really sloppy, but he's got feelings. But also, he's been paid a lot of money to do a job, and he's not doing it very well. So it swings and roundabouts. But he needs to be careful not to make this end very nasty, and he's not considered. He's never going to be considered club legend, but he's no one's ever thanked for him. And you know, if he ever returned to the stadium or we played against him again in the future, I don't know. He's risking that status of what he's done to bring us to this next level football that we were all promised by making these wanky comments, blaming other players, mentioning Sevilla from last year, and doing things to try and take the attention away from the shit that he's producing at the minute.
Totally agree, mate.
I've been saying for time now, Christian, that I don't know if we follow each other on Twitter or we just see each other on YouTube and the chat or whatever, but I've been saying for months now that just no one at this club takes any accountability, and that's like my biggest issue. Moyes doesn't take any accountability. The players don't take any accountability for their shit performances. And then obviously David Sullivan's never gonna say anything because he's such a fucking cunt. Can't stand him.
The problem is, before I let Christian go, for me personally, I look at it like he's just getting away with it, isn't he? Every single fucking time he's just getting away with it. Like tonight, if we lose that game, then if we would have lost that game heavy tonight, and we could have done, it would have been fucking completely different story. But yet again, people will look at it and go, well, we're still in the competition. Like it looks better than what it actually was. If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. Christian, I'm going to let you go, mate. Thanks a lot for coming on. I really do appreciate it, mate.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, gents. Have a good evening.
You too.
Take care, man. Go and follow Christian, mate. He's a right top lad. I met him on the Spaces. Speaks very, very well. Yeah, go and follow him on Twitter, mate. Christian O'Brien, I think his name is. Top lad. Lucas, before you put the link in the chat, if anyone else wants to come on, by all means do come on, have your say about tonight. Obviously, we're going to go for another sort of 10 minutes and then we'll wrap this up. Looking forward, Lucas, how do we change that from tonight to Sunday? Because obviously Sunday we've got a big game against Arsenal, and let's be honest, if we play like that against Arsenal, we're going to lose 10-0.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do is put out a side that actually fits your tactics. I mean, the solution is so simple. It really is.
Yeah.
And tonight I can't figure out if like we were taking the piss a little bit, or we actually were that bad, or the tactics were that bad. We all know the tactics were shit, but like, or he thought that he could get away with putting out a side like this. And again, I'll be honest with you. I've already said it, and I told you for about a week now. I really thought that we were going to put out a stronger side. I thought we would see. I thought we would see Sufal, Zuma, Agard, Emerson, and I really thought that we would see like a midfield three of Rice, Paqueta, and then Downs or Lanzini. And then Benrahma, and
but where's Pablo Forno's
the team tonight was just not strong enough. Ben Johnson, we don't need to go into him again. We will later.
Can I ask you a question before we wrap this up? Final question of the night: whose tactics were they tonight? Were they David Moyes' tactics, or was they Mark Warburton's tactics? Because what is Mark Warburton doing on the sideline? If he's saying about playing this style of play, then they need to throw him out the door at all. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I know West Ham Online, and listen, anyone who follows West Ham Online, he's a right pain in the arse with his stuff. But one thing I will say with West Ham Online is he's been called in for this for a long time with Warburton.
I really don't know. I really don't know, but like at the same time, why is Warburton laying out these tactics, and why is David Moyes following them?
I don't know, mate. You tell me. I literally if you'd have asked me 12 hours ago, right, and said to me this morning, right, what do you think West Ham's team was going to be? I did not think we'd play 5 at the back. Not a chance. I did not see that one coming at all. And when I see it earlier on, my tweet was this, basically, Moyes, I hope you've got this right, because it is so negative. Yeah, it is just so negative, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's just not good. Do you know what I mean? Warburton is a coach. What does criticising him achieve? The buck stops with Moyes. I understand that, but he does supposedly does the tactics. Now, if he's doing the tactics there and he's allowing this 5 at the back, and Moyes is sanctioning that, then they both need to be thrown out the door.
Yeah, that's the issue. As much as I do like David Moyes and what he's done at this club.
Yeah,
that you can't allow that. You're the coach, or you're the manager. You're like, if you think it's shit, you need to tell your assistant that's shit. That's not good enough. You can't be buddy.
Yeah,
slap each other's asses. Fucking.
It's bad. It's bad. And listen, the fear is it ain't getting any better. Like, that's the only fear. But we'll leave it at that on this, right? We've got a draw. Right, we've got a second chance next week. That's the only thing I can say. The only positive is we're not down in this game. Right? That's the one thing I will say. We're not down, we're not out. Right? I think next week, if we turn up, if I see 5 at the back at home against this team, I will fucking hit the roof next week. Mark my words.
Mate, I won't watch.
Absolutely.
I mean, I obviously will watch, but I don't think I'll give a shit. If we set up 5 in the back, 3 in the back, whatever, 3 in the back going forward, 5 in the back and defending, I will be fucking fuming, because it just tonight was an absolute shit show. And like you said, maybe we will feel a bit different tomorrow, but
yeah,
still, there's no excuse for what we saw today. Again, to round up what I gotta say, I understand why we put out, I understand the tactics as to why we did it, let's say, for the first 20, 30 minutes. But after that, there's no need. It was disgraceful. Because we all know we all know Moyes has done this for time now, where he tries to see out the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes or even an hour, and then he switches it. But tonight, like, what the fuck was that? Like, and again, I respect Gent. They are they're at the stage right now where they are because they're decent. But, mate, I really believe we let them do whatever they wanted tonight, and that's down to the tactics. If we played our game, if we brought it to them and made them adjust to us, I think we win. I'm not saying we win big or 2-0, but we win the match. We win the match, in my opinion.
Yeah. Just got to get to this comment. Big up. Where's Oh, dear, mate. I need a laugh. Listen, it is what it is, right? Fuck it. We got a draw over there, yeah? And we can deal with them at home. But some of these players need to look at themselves in the mirror. They need to represent West Ham United, and they're not fucking represented at the end of the day. All they're doing is representing themselves. I think some of them just let themselves down tonight. Big moment for them tonight to go and stamp everyone's card, and they just stand there and just do fucking not a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, people. Please do smash a like on the video. And please do subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Player ratings tonight, 10:30. It's going to be interesting, trust me. Right? Don't watch Question Time. Watch E20 Zone TV tonight at 10:30 because Alfie will be on. He better fucking be on. And for me, some of these players deserve to be like sacked on some of the performances that they're putting tonight. So yeah, Alfie, Lucas, and me will be doing the player ratings at 10:30. So do check it out.
And real quick, again, thank you to everyone that joined me for the watch along. Your participation, your opinions, everything is much appreciated, and it makes watch along a lot more enjoyable. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah, thank you to everyone indeed, mate. John just says, let's get to that comment. John says, who watches Question Time? Fuck, it's better than watching West Ham in a bit, John. I'll take that for certain. Trust me, some of the crap that we're dishing up, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to let you enjoy your sort of evening. I'll be back later on tonight, as I've just said, and the player ratings will be interesting. West Ham get a draw in Belgium. We got away with it tonight, but it's a draw. Let's hope that we perform in the next couple of games, because if we don't, then the pressure is going to firmly be ramped up. Personally, for me, West Ham should come out and say to Moyes, if you're going to leave, we want to announce it. West Ham was to announce that David Moyes is going to leave at the end of the season, then we could all get behind the team. We all know what's going to happen. Is it going to happen? No, probably not. Anyway, from me to you, take care, and I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.
There it is. I've never found a love like this.